Hello, thank you for watching. Amelia here, and today I want to talk about morphic fields. And if any of you are activists, where you are active helping to transform the environment or the political atmosphere, this is the video for you because it's going to help you understand why people cannot freaking understand logic and why there's so much ridiculousness in the world. And part of it is because of these morphic fields. Now, we cannot change a morphic field. We can only change how we interact with it. So, what the heck's a morphic field? A morphic field is something that's greater than ourselves, that it has been empowered by the thoughts of hundreds, if not thousands of other people. So morphic fields, as you can imagine, if you haven't watched my video about thoughts creating your reality, that would be a good prequel to this video. So thoughts create our experience, and thoughts also create this morphic field. Now, this morphic field is basically an empowered form of consciousness that has its own consciousness, which means it has its own self-preservation. So, for example, democracy, the gods in India all have their own morphic fields. Access consciousness has a morphic field. Matrix energetics has a morphic field. There are tools inside matrix energetics that have their own morphic fields. The circle has a powerful morphic field because it's been used for centuries in ritual as a means of protection. The pentagram, the Star of David, the cross, Jesus, these all have their own morphic field, and it's empowered by the thoughts of everyone, anywhere, for the past hundreds of thousands, if not billions of years, that people have used these tools and spoken to these people or these entities. So morphic fields are big, they're huge, and they're empowered by all the thoughts of all the people that think about them and believe in them and put their faith in them. So as you can imagine, because everyone has free will, we can't just that morphic field doesn't work for us or the planet, so we're just going to pop it. It doesn't work like that because it's empowered by hundreds, if not thousands, if not millions of people, all thinking and believing pretty much the same thing about it. So anywhere that you're buying into the morphic field of something that is not necessarily beneficial for the planet or for yourself, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate and separate from that morphic field now? Anything that doesn't allow that, destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, poc, boy, shorts, and beyonds. The clearing statement is theclearingstatement.com. It's from Access Consciousness, accessconsciousness.com for more information. And in case you haven't noticed, I kind of like to move a little bit fast in my videos and in my work, and that's just kind of the nature of who I be. And so if you're looking for rapid transformation and you'd like to get to the heart of the matter quickly, that's kind of where I'm at. My energy is very fire oriented, but I don't want to burn. It's just the fires of transformation, and it's rapid and fun. So anyway, back to the morphic field. And so, like I said, we can't change the morphic field, but we can change how we interact with that morphic field. So I was working with a client, and we started playing with these morphic fields and how we interacted with them. And one of the ones that came up was this morphic field around women and how women are treated, how women are treated in a masculine world. So that's the thing where the women should be barefoot and pregnant, and the women are less than men, and that if women don't behave themselves, are present but not speaking, that kind of a thing, then they can just get slapped around a little bit and it's perfectly okay. So it's this whole misogynistic morphic field, and a lot of women buy into it and a lot of men buy into it. And whew, and there's this huge interaction and empowerment with that morphic field. Now, from well-educated, many feminist perspectives, or educated female perspectives, or even educated male perspectives, we would look at that and be like, ugh, that's gross, that's stupid, that's so fucked up. And we're either going to resist and react to that morphic field, where it's like, get that away from me, that is total bullshit. Or we're going to align and agree with it, where it's like, yeah, women are less than men, and, you know, I totally deserve to get slapped around if I mouth off, or, you know, I should just be barefoot and pregnant. Women don't have any place outside the home. You're going to align and agree with it, or you're going to resist and react to it. And neither of those are going to be helpful, because when you align and agree with it, then you're in it and you're experiencing it and you're going to create that shit in your life. Or if you resist and react to it, you're actually empowering it, because you're pushing away from it. And force is going to add to the morphic field, because you're like, that's gross. You're feeding it with your judgments and your anger and your disgust and your frustration. You're feeding it, because all of that's just energy. And if you notice how you feel when you get worked up over something political, like if there's something political in life or environmental, and you just are like, that is so wrong, and you get worked up about it and passionate and impassioned, then you're actually feeding that morphic field energy, and it's not going to change anything. It actually makes it stronger. So everywhere that you're resisting and reacting, or aligning and agreeing to any morphic field present in the world, would you destroy and uncreate it all in the universe? Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, poc, boy, shorts, and beyonds. Whew. Yeah, so everywhere you're aligning and agreeing, or resisting and reacting to any of the morphic fields in the universe, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate all that right now? Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, poc, boy, shorts, and beyonds. So the space that we can interact with a morphic field and actually shift it and transform it is this place of neutrality, where we stop judging the morphic field and the beliefs that created it. And it's this place of like, isn't that interesting? It's a curious space. There's curiosity involved, where it's like, I wonder where that came from. I wonder what that's about. Interesting point of view. They have that point of view. So anytime you feel yourself getting resistant or reacting, or aligning and agreeing, you're going to feed and empower that morphic field, whatever it is. So if there's especially something that you do not agree with, there's a lot of Trump-Hillary stuff out there right now. And so anywhere you're aligning and agreeing, or resisting and reacting to the Trump campaign or the Hillary campaign, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate all that? Oh my gosh. Yeah, right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, poc, boy, shorts, and beyonds. Because that's not going to create anything greater. It's just going to create fight energy and resistance, and it's just going to feed the status quo. So if you're like me and you desire real transformation on this planet, it's time for you to get to this space of neutrality around these morphic fields. And I hope you have a better understanding of what those are, and why people get so carried away with things. And it's just this aligning and agreeing, or resisting and reacting. And both of those just put you spinning. Like you're either spinning in the morphic field, or you're spinning outside the morphic field. And either one is not productive. So when you get into the space of neutrality, then you're the rock in the stream, and everything flows over you. And you just sit there and observe it all. Interesting, that fish floating by. Interesting, that leaf. Interesting, that twig. Interesting, that water. And you can just be the space of neutrality, and that's where you can really transform things. Because if you're a rock in the stream, say you can get bigger and you become a boulder in the stream, now you're actually changing the current of the water. Yeah, so anywhere you're unwilling to be the rock in the stream and have total allowance of all the morphic fields, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate all that? Right, wrong, good, bad, all that, pod, poc, boy, shorts, and beyonds. Thanks so much for watching. This was a bit of a longish video. If you have questions about what a morphic field is and how you can transform your relating to those morphic fields, drop me a line. I'm available. I'm on Facebook. I'm on YouTube. I got Google. Alright, thanks so much for watching, you guys. Peace out.